What if the only way to find a killer was for the wrong person to confess? It sounds like something out of a movie, but it's the chilling true story of how a 15-year-old girl's murder was finally solved nearly 2 decades later. This story begins on a dark, early morning in 1995 in the Dutch city of Eindhoven. 15-year-old Nicole van den Hurk got on her bike just after 5 a.m. to head to her part-time job at a local supermarket. It was a normal day, a normal routine, but Nicole never made it to work. She vanished without a trace. Her family was frantic. That same night, the police made a grim discovery: Nicole's bicycle abandoned in a creek. The search for her intensified, but hope began to fade with each passing day. The worst fears were confirmed nearly 7 weeks later. On November 22nd, a person walking through the woods near the town of Lierop stumbled upon her body, hastily hidden under a pile of branches and leaves. The investigation that followed was heartbreakingly frustrating. Forensic experts confirmed that Nicole had been brutally assaulted and murdered. They collected what evidence they could, but this was the mid-90s. The DNA technology of the time was limited, and it failed to produce a usable match. With no leads, no suspects, and no answers, the case went cold. For years, Nicole's family was left in a painful limbo, haunted by silence and unanswered questions. Who had done this to their daughter? And would they ever be caught? For 16 long years, that question hung in the air. The files gathered dust, and it seemed like justice for Nicole would never come. Then, in 2011, the case was suddenly thrown back into the spotlight by a shocking and unexpected event. He told a story, gave details, and for a moment it seemed like the mystery was finally over. But his story didn't add up. As investigators dug deeper, his confession quickly unraveled. It was false. He hadn't done it. It was a bizarre and painful twist for the family, but this lie, this false admission of guilt, had an unintended consequence. It forced the authorities to officially reopen the cold case. A dedicated team was assigned, and they made a crucial decision. They ordered Nicole's body to be exhumed. There was a chance, however small, that new evidence could be found. It was a long shot, but it was the only shot they had. This time, they were successful. They managed to extract new viable DNA samples from the evidence. Instead, it matched someone completely unexpected. A man named Andy van der Meijde. He had no family connection to Nicole. He had never been a suspect. He was a ghost, a name completely unknown to the original investigation. He was a man with a prior criminal record, and his DNA was on file. In 2014, Andy van der Meijde was arrested and charged with Nicole's rape and murder. The DNA evidence was overwhelming, and he was ultimately convicted. After 19 years of silence, justice had finally been served. Think about the incredible, unsettling irony of this case. The key that unlocked the truth was a lie. A false confession, born from reasons we may never fully understand, set in motion the chain of events that led directly to the real killer. It was the catalyst that brought old evidence under a new light, allowing science to do what it couldn't 2 decades earlier. It shows us that even when all hope seems lost, the combination of persistence, technological advancement, and a little bit of unexpected chaos can bring the truth to the surface. Justice for Nicole van den Hurk was delayed. But it was not denied. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing.